I'm Tracy Riggs, and I'm excited about my 21-day paradigm shift breakthrough challenge. And so, if you're new to my channel, let me explain to you, first of all, what we're doing. We are creating, a new paradigm. We're shifting our old paradigm so that we can start living our best life, so that we can go into what? Doing whatever it is that we feel like God has created us to do. So right now, I know it's a lot going on in our world, but I want to let you know you're not stuck anywhere. We're going from stuck to unstoppable. So today, I wanted to explain some more things to you guys about the paradigm. First of all, if you're new, let me say it again, you are welcome to join us at any time. This is during the month of August, and I'm just here to just walk along beside you and let you know that you can do this. I'm glad that you decided to watch this video on today, and I'm going to explain to you what a paradigm is. Now, a paradigm is a multitude of habits that's been fixed and established in our subconscious mind in our early years of life, around the ages of 7 and 8 years old. And it's also our core beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. And so today I wanted to explain to you guys that our paradigm can be shifted. Our paradigm can be shifted. Now, notice I said in the beginning of the definition of a paradigm that it's a multitude of habits that's been fixed and established in our subconscious mind. Let me explain that a little further. Your mind, my mind, have two parts: our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is our habit mind. For an example, those habits that you have, maybe of saying certain words that you're like, I didn't say that, did I? Like me, I've been saying certain things like, wow, I say that a lot. And so it's a habit. I'm saying it without even thinking about it. So if I wanted to break that habit, first of all, I would have to be intentional about thinking about, what I'm saying. And then I have to develop a new habit, something that I'm going to do differently in place of the word wow. So I've just been working on maybe taking a pause instead of just saying wow, where there's moments of silence. So that's just an example of how our subconscious mind is our habit mind, and we do whatever it is we're doing without thinking about it. That's why it's called a habit. It's something that we do every day or often. Now, let me explain to you also about your core beliefs. Our beliefs determines, how we act. Our paradigm, that's our belief system. It determines the money that we make. It's going to determine the life that you live. And let me say this, our beliefs determines our habits. If I believe that I can lose the weight, then I'll develop a new habit. I will, just decide that I'm going to eat healthier. That's just one example. Now, let me explain something to you guys. Over these next 21 days with our breakthrough challenge, first of all, we have decided that we're going to detox all of our ants. That's our automatic negative thoughts. We're going to detox them. So in other words, we're going to think about what we're thinking about. We're going to every day be intentional about reprogramming our subconscious mind, our habit mind, because those automatic thoughts are what? Are habits. Automatic meaning what? Habits. This is something that I'm doing without thinking about it. So this month, we're going to just start right where we are. We're not going to beat ourselves up, but we're going to just decide that we're going to break those automatic negative thoughts, the habits of thinking negative, and we're going to replace them with positive thoughts. So first of all, I gave you guys an assignment. And what I want you to do, even if you're new, I want you to create 2 columns on a sheet of paper. On one column, I want you to write down every negative thought that you can think about yourself and your circumstance or your life. And on the other column, I want you to write down the positive thoughts, the things that God has said about you. Maybe you're thinking that you're stuck. On the other side of the paper, I want you to write down, that I'm unstoppable, that God has said that I'm the head and not the tail. So we're going to replace, every negative thought, everything that we think about ourselves and our circumstance, we're going to replace it with the positive words of affirmation. And then every day, I want you to create a new habit of, I'm going to speak it out of my mouth every day. How do we develop habits? Through repetition. We're doing it every day or frequently. So how do we develop a new habit? We're going to do it every day until it becomes a habit. It's going to be automatic that instead of thinking a negative thought, I am now thinking positive. Wow, I'm thinking about myself, what God thinks about me. God said, I know the thoughts that I'm thinking towards you. And that's good news, right? Good thoughts to give you a future hope and expected end. So every day while we're in this breakthrough challenge, we're creating a new habit of just reprogramming our subconscious mind to think positive, about our circumstance and our situation based upon what God has said about you and God has said about your circumstance and your situation. Now, let me give you how, give you 3 steps to create a new habit. We talked about during the mental detox this month. Okay, we're going to get rid of all of those ants, and then the ants once again are automatic negative thoughts. But we also talked about creating new habits, right? Just one habit, just one new habit. We're not going to overwhelm ourselves, because if we try to do too much, it will paralyze us and we'll feel like, oh, I can't accomplish this. So as you download your action journal, and if you haven't downloaded it yet, click on that link, sign up for the challenge. I want you to print out your journal, your action journal. But in the action journal, we talk about it, we talk about this, and it's written that you're going to create at least one new habit, one good habit. So if you want to change your future, change your habits. We discussed this. Now, in order to create that new habit that to cause you to go from stuck to your journey of unstoppable, there's 3 simple steps. It's just this easy, you guys. Somebody say trigger, action, and reward. 3 simple steps. Now, let me give you an example. Say you decided this is the time for you to work on being healthier. You want to just, you want to beat COVID. You want to beat whatever variants is out there now. And you've decided that you want to become a healthier person so that you won't be so lethargic, so that you can, be in good shape to fulfill the destiny, the purpose that God has for your life. So if you decide that you want to create a new habit of, I am going to exercise more, let's start small. How do we eat the elephant? I know you've heard this, one bite at a time. I'm going to start small. So the trigger would be, for an example, let me use my life. I love to tell about my story. I decided that I was going to create a healthier body and a healthier mind during the pandemic. I just wanted to be, in better shape. I thought I was doing okay, but I felt compelled that there was more for my life and for me as far as I'm aging, I'm maturing, that I want to be in even better shape mentally and physically. So one of the things that I started doing was walking. I went to my doctor and she suggested walking. She said just 20 minutes a day, you get vitamin D, and she told me the benefits. So when I started walking, man, I got addicted. It was such a good feeling mentally, physically, I felt good. And so I wanted to create a new habit of, I'm going to walk every day. So the 3 simple steps that I'm going to share with you is what I implement in my life, not just for my health, but in other areas as well. But I'm giving you an example of how you can get started with the new habit. So what I did was every day I would put my gym clothes, and when I say gym clothes, were exercise clothes that I knew would stimulate me to, take action to walk. So I would sit my sneakers maybe beside the bed, or the night before, I would program my subconscious mind that I am getting up in the morning and I'm walking. Let me say this. Motivation is not something that we wait on. Motivation is something that we do. So some of you guys are saying, I'm waiting on the motivation. If you're waiting, it might not ever come. Some days I'm motivated and some days I'm not. So it's just something that we do, not something that we wait upon. That's another nugget. Now, I would tell myself the night before, I would program my subconscious mind that I'm getting up and I'm excited about it. I would tell myself, I can't wait to get up and walk in the morning. So set maybe your clothes that you're going to wear to, to walk in, or go to the gym, whatever that plan is. That's a trigger. And so I would know that when I get up, this is what I'm going to do. So I developed a habit of not even thinking about it, not even waiting on motivation. Jump up out of the bed, okay, and put on your clothes to walk in. That is a trigger. That was a trigger. So as soon as I wake up, I knew that once I started brushing my teeth, let me say this. If there are things that you do every day, you're going to do them. You're going to brush your teeth. You're going to take a shower. You're going to eat. Use those also as triggers of what comes after that to create a new habit. So for an example, if I brush my teeth, I know the next thing that I'm doing, I pray we brush our teeth. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I, put on the rest of my clothes to walk in. That's a trigger. And so then that will cause me to take action. So I go walk every day. I have another trigger that I have my phone, and with my phone, I am going to use it to listen to the word, to do affirmations, to cause my mind to relax. So maybe you want to listen to worship, something that's going to cause my mind to relax. So that was a twofold purpose. I'm getting, some exercise time in, and I'm also working on my mental, calmness at the same time, my mental peace. And so every day I would trigger myself. I get up, I put my tennis shoes on. The trigger is that as I brush my teeth, as soon as I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I'm going to prepare myself for my daily walk. And I started this last summer, and every day. I don't wait on the motivation. I just cause myself to get up because I have my triggers, and I don't let anything stop me. And so now I've developed a habit so that now when I'm not walking, if I get up and I don't do it, I feel like, oh, I don't beat myself up, but I don't feel complete, if that's the word. I think it's complete because it's a part of my daily routine now. So and after that, okay, you have your trigger, then you have the action that you're going to take, and then you reward yourself because I want to be healthy and I want to be more mentally, fit, physically and mentally fit. Then I don't reward myself with food. I find some type of reward. Usually with me, it's a good bubble bath or something that's going to relax me, or maybe I'll reward myself with a nice book that I want to read, something that's going to make me feel like, wow, you did that. And I do it small action steps. Start small. Maybe, say for an example, when I first started walking, I only did like 20 minutes. I just did, as much as I could do. I didn't beat myself up, and I rewarded myself for just starting. I didn't beat myself up. Oh, you only walked 20 minutes. No, I started small, and then I began to build up until now I'm able to go, hey, I'm doing it. And I set goals of how much of an increase that I want to see concerning my time with walking. Does that make sense? So say for example, you've been to the dentist and you want to take better care of your teeth, and you're deciding that you're going to floss more. Maybe your dentist said he needs you to floss more. So your new habit might be, I'm going to floss more. So your trigger could be, you're going to put the dental floss right next to your toothbrush. So that your trigger is, as soon as I brush my teeth, I pick up my toothbrush, I'm looking at this dental floss. And I've heard one of my mentors saying this, and it sounds kind of funny, but I'm going to repeat it because I know that it works. Start with just one tooth. You might not do your whole mouth, but start developing a habit of just just one. And then each day you could increase until you'll have your whole mouth, eventually. So it works because it causes our brain, our mind to feel like I can accomplish this goal. Say, for an example, if you want to start eating healthier, that's one of the new habits you want to create. Your trigger might be that when I sit down to eat, if I normally would eat junk, my trigger might be I have an apple, sitting right on my table instead of having, brownies and donuts and things sitting right there that if I'm hungry, I'm just going to reach that. My trigger could be when I see this bowl of fruit on the table, I'm going to choose a banana instead or apple instead. That could be the trigger that you need. And so then you're going to take action. You're going to eat, the banana, and then you're going to develop a new habit. Then you reward yourself. Now, we're not dogs, so you don't have to reward yourself with food, but you can reward yourself with something, even something small, as a, signal to let yourself know, I'm proud of you. You got this. God got you. So once again, there's 3 simple steps, you guys, when we're creating a new habit. The trigger, whatever it is going to allow to trigger you to change. Then the plan of action. As a matter of fact, I heard this loud. What's your plan of action? Because if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. If you plan, you get what I'm saying? If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. I know you guys have heard that before. And then a reward. So there's your trigger, the action, and then the reward. And I know for me, as I began to develop new habits, I had to take it small. Because a lot of times, some of you guys are like I was, you're afraid of, can I do this? We're talking about permanent positive change, right? So you can do it. And I'm here over these next 21 days to encourage you, to help hold your hand. Print out the journal. Let's start right there. That when you look at your journal, that could be a trigger that I need to take some action today. I see my thorough coach and she believes in me. That's a trigger. Looking at my journal, just put it somewhere where you can see it as soon as you wake up in the morning, and then take action. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to wait on motivation. I'm just going to take action. I'm going to do something that my future self will thank me for later. And then the reward. Nothing big. It could be something small, the bubble bath, or maybe, buy yourself, treat yourself to a manicure. Buy yourself something that you've been wanting, something that, coffee mug. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. I heard you. Well, my finances are not there right now. Just whatever it is that could, serve as a reminder that you started. You decided that you were going to create new habits. You want to create a new future. You're going to create this new habit. and then start with one habit at a time. So over these next 21 days with this breakthrough challenge, I am going to be interceding for you. I'm praying that this will be just a new beginning, that everything that has held you back in your past, the old barricaded beliefs, we're going to detox from those, and we're going to create these new habits. We're going to start one habit at a time, and we're going to just decide that, hey, no, ain't no stopping us now. Y'all remember that song? Ain't no stopping us now. We're going to decide that we're going to do this. And so if you have not signed up for the challenge yet, I want you to click the link and sign up for the 21-day paradigm shift breakthrough challenge. We're going to start just right where we are. We're not going to beat ourselves up. Some of you guys, I just know that inner critic, yes, and the enemy have been double teaming you. Let me slow down. What do you mean by double teaming you? Back in my day, we used to call it double teaming when two people would gang up on you and maybe they would come against you. The inner critic is your inner thoughts, the negative inner thoughts that have been, causing you to self-sabotage, to cause you to be defeated for so many years. Girl, you just stupid. You're just dumb. You can't do that. That's the inner critic. Then you have the enemy who's he's the accuser of the brethren. What do you mean by that? He's telling you that you can't do that. God doesn't have a good plan for your life. Who in your family ever did that? That inner critic and the enemy is just coming at you with everything. And it's like you feel bombarded and it causes you to stay stuck. I want you to know that the inner critic and the enemy is a liar. They are liars. God has said that he knows the thoughts he's thinking towards you to give you a future hope and an expected end. And you don't have to settle for where you are. So over these next 21 days, I'm going to continue to hold your hand. I'm going to continue to encourage you to create new habits, to drop all those negative thoughts about yourself. You got to start right there. I'm going to start believing in somebody else's belief in me. I'm going to believe in my coach's belief in me. I'm going to believe in this woman I've never seen before. She said I can go from stuck to unstoppable. I'm going to believe in her beliefs in me. But most of all, I want you to believe in God's belief in you. God said, yes, you can. It's your time. And we're already in the middle of over halfway through 2022. Who's to say that this is not your time right now to just, hey, go for it. You can decide this is not how my story is going to end. So once again, we're going to create new habits. We're going to start one habit at a time. You can decide today that I'm going to be, healthier and mentally, that I'm going to get my stuff together, even concerning like the things you need to do for that business. I just heard this. Start a new habit of I'm going to read just one book a month. Just start right there. One chapter. What's my trigger? That when I sit in my favorite lazy boy chair where I normally would watch a movie, my trigger is going to be that book. I'm going to sit that book right there, right next to my chair, that when I see that book, that's a trigger. That instead of turning that TV on and watching stuff that's not going to encourage me, then I am going to read one chapter of this book. I'm going to watch one video. I'm going to watch one video of my favorite thorough coach. I'm going to watch that video, and I don't care what comes and what goes. My trigger is going to be when I pick up my phone, I am going to decide that I am going to listen to my thorough coach. I'm not going to social media and become discouraged because everybody else is working on their vision. They're on TV telling their vision, but I'm going to work on my vision. I'm going to start believing in my coach's belief in me, but most of all, God's belief in me. And I'm going to do it one habit at a time. So once again, in order to create new habits, 3 simple steps, you guys. Trigger, somebody say trigger. Yes, and then action, and then the reward. And I want you guys to know that I'm here for you, and it works. Somebody said it works. So it's time to go from stuck to unstoppable. In these next 21 days, for the whole month of August, I am speaking that you're going to begin to do things you never thought you would do. You're going to see results that you prayed about for years. And we're going to do it. We're going to do this together. And I thank you guys for allowing me to coach you on this journey. 21 days, you guys, 21 days of a paradigm shift. We're going to break all those negative thoughts. Automatic negative thoughts. We're going to just destroy them, and we're going to replace them with positive thoughts. We're going to begin to do our affirmations. We're going to talk about that, that when the negative thoughts come up, immediately you'll replace it with a positive thought about yourself. You're going to speak it out of your mouth. I'm the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. You're going to learn how to do these things. So don't be hard on yourself. We're going to just take it slow. How do we eat the elephant? That thing that seems so big. one bite at a time. So I'm excited, you guys, about this. Click on the link, share this video with those around you. We're going to grow this community. I just see so many of us that's going to begin to excel. Once again, we're over halfway through this year, and I just believe before this year is over, I believe within the next 30 days, I truly believe this, that you're going to start seeing results. And I'm claiming rapid, radical results. I'm excited about that. And also, if you are a homeschooler, I have my homeschool course that's going to be on Zoom Friday night at 7 o'clock. Only $35 for those of you guys who are interested. If you're not interested in that, I also have an online course. I'm Ready Now 2.0. Registration is open. You can click on a link, go to my website and find out more about that. Or if you want a free consultation, you can reach out to me about my course. So once again, 21-day paradigm shift breakthrough challenge. We're doing this. Somebody say, I'm all in. Say I'm all in. I'm in it, as we used to say in the streets. I'm in it to win it. You're in a win-win situation because you plus God, and with me in there, we're the majority. We're going to do this. So I am excited about it. We're going to break these bad habits. We're going to create new habits. We're going to take it, once again, we're going to take the slow road. We're going to do it one habit at a time. So print your action journal and click that notification bell so that you can know when I'm coming on, because I'm going to be coming on YouTube. Also, I want you to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Tracy Ricks. I am the official Tracy Ricks, and I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you to go from stuck to unstoppable. Well, I'm not stuck. Well, I'm here to help you go to your next level in life. There's always more. There's so much more. So I'm honored that you guys decided to watch this video. Share the video, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Thank you. Thank you again for joining me, and I'm honored that I'm allowed to coach you over these next 21 days for our Paradigm Shift Breakthrough Challenge.